I uploaded a video titled The Design Challenge, which is meant for my audience to participate. We've learned a lot. We've learned so many things using Affinity by Canva. So I decided to, put up that video. And I had one participant called Osei Gyamfi, who's been part of this design challenge. Let's all see what Osei was able to do. Welcome back. Here are the artworks Osei Gyamfi did. Alright, so as you can see, this is my artwork and this is from Osei Gyamfi. Actually, I was expecting Osei to do something different, maybe try and change the whole concept, but maintaining the same details. Osei decided to replicate what I did, which is also not bad, it's good. So let's see what is wrong and what is right here. So comparing these two images, the arrangement of the composition here is far different from the arrangement of the composition here. What makes this different from this is that this text, everything looks perfectly balanced, but this is not that perfectly balanced. This one looks like this image is on its own, this is also on its own, so everything here is separated. It's not well organized, it's not well arranged. I like the whole idea. And also with this, when you take a look at this and then when you take a look at this, you are communicating a message. So the most important ones, you give them a bold font style. All right, with the spelling, it's very important to also pay attention to what you write on your artworks. You probably think you've gotten it right, but you might get something wrong, so it's always very important to cross-check. I can also see you applied the bold font style, all right, so it's good. But with this side here, you didn't get it right. 128 gigabytes with a bold font style, 256 gigabytes with also a bold font style. One thing I also realized on your artwork is that you didn't add shadow to the product. It's very important to add shadows because it gives a three-dimensional touch to the image. This artwork looks as if you just slap these images on top, so you should pay attention to your shadows. All right, so aside everything with the minor corrections I just pinpointed, I think I'm going to rate this artwork a 6/10. Yeah, let's move to the next artwork. I'm in love with this. Honestly, I'm in love with this. I also like the way you were able to replicate this artwork in your own style. Well, let's see what is right and what is wrong here. The only thing I don't like here is this shadow here. When you take a look at this image here, you can see the car is resting on the shadows here, but with yours, when I zoom in, it's as if the car is hanging. All right, it's not on the shadow here, it should rest on it. All right, just like what you are seeing here. This image is sharp, but I don't know why you got this too blurry. The only thing I think you try to get it right is the way this light here is reflecting on the car, but it's still not that perfect. I'm not seeing the reflection well on the car, but when you take a look at this, the reflection is well balanced on the car, and also there's a bit of exposure here to bring out the reflection much better. I can also see you did the reflection from the headlights, which is not bad. I like the way you also did that one as well. I wish you could have done something different. I like the way you did the text. It's also similar to what I did here. So with this artwork, I think I'm giving you a 7/10. Yes, you did well. I like the way you replicated the idea, with the exception of the way this background looks blurry and also the shadows that you didn't get it right. But aside that, I think everything is good. Considering my opinion on this artwork, I think you do well. Okay, let's move to the next image or the next artwork. All the artworks, you replicated the ideas, but I'm not actually loving or liking this artwork. The reason why I have a lot of problem with this artwork here is because of the way you apply the shadows and also the way you apply the highlights and also the text. It's not working for me, and also the way you had to composite the moon and the stars here. When you check this artwork here, I had to make it very smaller. This aspect where you try to replicate here, you should have made the stars very smaller, just like this, or even much smaller than what I have here. And also the moon, it should reflect some light, but with your own, the inner portion of the moon is too dark. Do you get it? You can see I have a little portion of it stuck, but you can still see the glow effect. And also the outer glow effect you applied here is too loud. When you check my own, it's very low, but you can still see there's some outer glow effect inside there. With the sky, I think you were also trying to replicate the same idea here, making it dark like what you can see here, but you got it wrong. The easiest way to do it is to apply the black and white effect only on the sky. Do you get it? So what you can do is to use the object selection tool to create a selection only on the clouds here, and then you apply the black and white effect using the adjustments. However, if you want to apply the shadows effect, this is what you should have done. When you check the image of this building here, you realize that it's not too dark. There's some light reflecting on it. So using the shadows and the highlight aspect, you can just paint over the shadows slightly on some portions and then leave some portions, you know, with some light effects, just to make the image look like a night scene. Do you get it? You try to do it the same way, but you applied it too much. And also with the light effect on the ground, when you check this image here, you can see I actually selected some portions of the ground where I want the highlight to be. And also with the image here, it's like you just pasted the image on it. You know, it's not giving that kind of realism to the artwork. So with this shadow effect, it takes us back to the first image that I reviewed, where you had the iPad without the shadows. It's just the same thing that we see here. Do you get it? So yeah, that is actually what you should have done to this composition. And also the text, looking at the font you use for explore, and also doesn't actually fit well to this artwork. Do you get it? So you should be very considerate about the text you use for your artworks. It's very important. I also noticed the 10% discount aspect. When you check this artwork here, it's very visible. You know, when somebody looks at this artwork, the first thing they see is explore China, and also they see this Visa 10% discount, because the glow effect will draw their attention to this aspect here. You know, so their eye is going to move from this to this before they even see this, and also any other thing. Also, don't forget that you should be adding shadows to your images. It's very important. Rating this artwork, I think I will give it a 4 out of 10, because I actually didn't like the composition, you know, the way you did the shadows and the whole idea, unlike the way I loved the other two artworks you did, despite there were some few changes on them as well. So let's jump straight to the next artwork. Okay, so Mr. Johnson's car wash. So this is a fake brand, okay, so as you already know, and then you try to replicate. So I can see something, it's like a trend. You try to replicate all the designs I did. All right, it's not bad, it's a good try. This happens to be the final artwork, and to be honest with you, I love this artwork. You nailed it. Honestly, you nailed it. I like the way the font is. We wash, you shine. It's very bold enough. I like the way the contact details is. You know, I love it. I like this artwork. I wish this could have been a bit, you know, slightly bigger, but in all, I love it. I love the way you did it. But I don't know why the images look too blurred. That is my only problem with the artworks. I actually don't know if you were working in the pixel view mode, because if that is where you were doing the artworks, then you probably get this kind of blurry effect. With this artwork, I'm giving you a 9 out of 10. I love it. I honestly love the whole idea. You've really done well replicating it. Considering the slight changes I highlighted, you know, I think that's the only problem, but this is super cool, super cool. This brings us to the end of the video, and I have a message for Osei. Osei, I want to tell you that you've really done well as a beginner, and you've been able to replicate ideas. I'm very, very impressed. I really like the effort you've pulled up on this design challenge. So considering all I said in all the artworks, I think you'll do fine. Yes, if this video inspired you, if Osei inspired you, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and leave your comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.